Hey, a new study finds that a rare gene may play a role in some male pattern baldness cases. And while strictly cosmetic, the loss of one's hair can factor into one's sense of self. According to a 2005 survey of over 700 men, hair loss was linked to feelings of depression and reduced self-confidence. Well, this morning, we have Trill LadiBarber, and he is the owner of Barber Cave, and Rick Sterling, a client and 3-time cancer survivor. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So first off, let's talk a little bit about hair loss, because especially for a cancer survivor, I mean, you recognize in multiple times being a multi-cancer survivor, how devastating that can be, that chemo treatment.
Yeah, it's real hard on you at times, but you know, I overcame a lot of it and I don't really let it get me down or nothing.
And so how did you two get connected?
Through social media and just social media.
Yes.
Yes.
Social media is the great connector these
And
days.
we also family.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Social networking.
So let's talk a little bit about why this is so important. And Trill, why don't you tell a little bit about what you brought for us here today?
Okay. Well, this is my tattoo needle, and I use a micro needle to give the impression of tiny hair follicles. That basically lets off the impression of hair. And I can fill in areas, the edge up area like I did with Rick here, fill in the crown area, or even like a bald fade look or all even look, just to get an impression of a low haircut.
So people might think, okay, tattoo, this is like a thick stroke. No, you're making it look really natural.
Yes, ma'am. And then I'm not digging into the skin. I'm just making tiny impressions. It's non-surgical, no pain, and we don't have to do any digging into the skin. Very barely going into the skin just to make that look come alive.
And why don't you tell us a little bit, Rick, about Ricky, as you said, how this can affect one's mental health and really sense of self, and why hair is so connected to that.
Yes, because you know, the first time I went to chemo, I lost all of my hair came out.
Wow.
So I just cut it all off. And then after a time, you know, you start receding your edges and stuff, and it just goes away. Then when Trill came up, started doing what she was doing, because as you can see, you can't tell that it's really tatted, and it's more than one phase. You just don't go through just one phase.
Yeah.
It takes 3 phases because it's darkening it every time when she come back.
And so scalp micropigmentation is good on men, women, all races. Can you tell us how individuals that are wanting more information about this where can they go to see that?
Yes, you can Google the Barber Cave Dallas or Trill LadiBarber, and all of my information on there, the website, my phone number. We're located on 35 in Medical District, but just by Googling the Barber Cave or Trill LadiBarber, I'm on all social media platforms. You can find me there.
Oh my goodness. I love the fact that you guys were able to connect through this, and it's such a great opportunity for people who, you know, might not have access to plastic surgery. I know people are literally traveling to like Turkey to try and get hair replacement. This is a way that you can stay in the DFW area and make sure that you get that self-confidence that you need.
Of course.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, y'all, for coming. Really appreciate it. And of course, right here, you can learn a little bit more about this by going to, do you guys have a website?
Just Google the Barber Cave and it'll take you to the website, my phone number and everything.
Perfect.